Hello everyone, it is your King Billy, and today, I'm just going to be talking about, basically why I joined Comicsgate and my reasons for being part of the community. So, my reasons for being Comicsgate, was that I was always kind of an advocate for political diversity, the idea that conservatives and right-wing people can express themselves in the medium of comic books without having to worry about losing their jobs or being silenced by very radical progressives. So that's basically my reason for being Comicsgate. Because I know a lot of people are in Comicsgate because they just want good comic books without the politics, although I disagree with that assertion since politics has been a very huge thing in comic books for a very long time. This isn't anything new, it's just that the politics got really obvious and the writing got really bad. This plays into my theory about ideological evolution, where when something starts out, it may slowly get more and more bad, especially when it isn't challenged. So essentially, my opinion is that I just want right-wing comic books to be made. That's what I want. Because as someone with right-wing opinions, I just firmly believe that one of the ways to help the comic book industry is to introduce more diversity of opinions, which includes right-wing stories, right-wing characters, and right-wing creators. If you look at comic books right now, you'll notice that the industry is majority left-leaning, basically. As in, they're allowed to go off on Twitter. They're allowed to write obvious, very biased political stories in comics. They're allowed to basically throw tantrums and act like the victim, whereas if a right-winger does the exact same thing, they would definitely get fired, and their stories are not allowed to be told. This is one of the reasons why I supported comic books like Alt Hero, because I think Alt Hero is one of the first of many waves of right-wing comic books that could definitely sell and change the face of the industry. That's my point. Now, here's the thing. If Alt Hero was made by Marvel and DC, I would definitely understand more of the scrutiny that comes with it because, again, the art style is not the best, of course, but the fact is it's an independent book from a very small publisher and not one of the big comic book publishers. So the artwork is not really going to be the best. So I think the criticism for it, is overblown. And I just feel like there is times in which a person tries to feel as moderate and as fair as possible to the point where they basically can't tell the difference between something that deserves attention and something that doesn't because it's so small. That's just my personal opinion. Again, if conservatives and right-wingers were allowed to make comic books the same as left-wingers could, then I'd understand people's criticisms for these stories. But the fact is, it's not a fair playing field. What I want as a member of Comicsgate is a fair playing field for conservatives and right-wingers to make and write comic books, because they are out there. Because people think that every single comic book fan is a left-wing Democrat or a socialist. This is just a fact. You can go around tons of places, especially here in Seattle, Washington, where this is totally true. So, yes, me personally, as a member of Comicsgate, what I want for Comicsgate and what it means to me is fighting for the right as a conservative and right-winger to make and produce and enjoy comic books without being basically called names and excluded from the industry because I happen to be right-wing or happen to be conservative. Because a lot of people don't know this, but being open about your right-wing or conservative beliefs is kind of just as bad, if not worse, than coming out of the closet as being gay. And again, there are several gay conservatives who have felt like it was harder for them to come out as conservative than coming out as gay. So you can't deny the reality is that right-wingers and conservatives are at a huge disadvantage with this insanely biased and progressive society that we're in. People try to make excuses saying that we're not progressive. Yes, we are. The education system is insanely one-dimensional and very biased and doesn't teach kids a diversity of opinion. They literally want us to be robots. That is all. And companies are terrified to go against these people because they're worried about being labeled racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, and all that other stuff. So these people basically have a stranglehold over the entertainment industry, despite the fact that these people are killing the entertainment industry. Because here's the reality. When you're dealing with progressives who are communists and socialists, they don't care how much of the industry that they want to kill. They don't care how much damage they do to comic books. All they care about is their own little revolution that they believe is going to change the world. That's it. The revolution never ends. That's what Vladimir Lenin said during the Russian Revolution, is that the revolution never ends. They will not stop. They don't care if they're hurting the sales of comic books. To them, the sales are just part of the white supremacist capitalist misogynistic patriarchy. That's literally how they view the capitalist system. So sales don't matter. It's all about the revolution to them. So yes, stating facts and all these realities is not going to stop these people from trying to infiltrate comic books and ruin the medium. It won't stop them, because to them, they're on a crusade to basically change the world and basically make it a better place. That's what's going on in their brain. And when you have someone like that, you literally cannot debate or convince them otherwise, because they are essentially like a holy crusader going to basically die in battle for the greater good or the great and noble cause. That's what's going on in their head. So yes, that is one of the reasons why I tend to use more ridicule and memes to fight back against these SJW creators, because they won't listen to facts, they won't listen to reason. To them, we are all just evil, insidious, racist, and sexist people, and nothing more. It doesn't matter what we say. That's the reason why I'm a supporter of the concept of ridiculing. It's exactly what Black Pigeon Speaks says in one of his videos, is that there's no point in debating or talking with these people in basically a civil and educated manner. That's the reason why you use memes and jokes, because these people hate being joked about and hate being memed because they can't stand ridicule. It's exactly like with fascists. Fascists do not like being criticized or ridiculed by people because they want control. That's all it is. It's all about control. Simple as that. So that's why I like to use memes and say offensive things, because that's what they hate the most. If you want to piss someone off, then you do what's offensive to them and piss them off. So yeah. So anyway, that is basically the reason why I'm in Comicsgate, is for fighting for the rights of conservatives and right-wingers to be in the industry and express their ideas in the story format. Because again, art is storytelling. Making comic books is a form of art. Art is a form of expression. And people in America have the right to freedom of expression. That is a constitutional right. So right-wingers and conservatives should have the right to make comic books and should not have to fear for their livelihood. When you live in a society that's supposed to be based off freedom, and you fear for your livelihood, that you could be fired for being an open conservative and showing that conservative opinions in your art form, then this is not a country that upholds freedom. So yes, I'm going to continue fighting, and I do not take kindly to people who just want conservatives and right-wingers to shuffle along while these cancerous individuals try to take away our rights as people who don't agree with progressive, non-socialist politics. So no, I will not shut up. I will continue to fight for right-wingers and conservatives in this industry, and I definitely plan to get into the industry one day and make a lot of right-wing comic books for the purpose of showing that yes, we can make comic books, we will make right-wing comic books, and we will not be silenced. We are going to keep moving on, and we are going to keep fighting. We will not be silenced. That is the reality. We need to fight back as conservatives and right wingers so that we are not basically demonized and purged. Because seriously, the people who write these pro social justice comic books, all these socialists, all these progressives, they want us gone from the industry. They want us to not be a part of it. They want us to basically be put in jail for hate speech and thought crimes. And we must fight back. I do not think we should shuffle along and cause no strife, because that is basically a tactic of cowards. So, no. I believe that we definitely must fight back and to continue to just continue to move forward and create more right-wing comic books as much as possible. So I will definitely be contributing to this fight, and anyone who feels disenfranchised as a conservative or a person with right-wing opinions, I am totally on your side, and we should work together to fight this evil progressive monster that has been trying to limit our rights because they only believe that only they should have rights, only they should have freedom, only they should be able to express themselves, only they should have the power, the wealth, and all of this stuff that makes America great. So please, if you can, then join with me and let's go make comic books great again and make the industry a better place for conservatives and right-wingers. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then hit the like button and subscribe. I'll try to make more videos as much as I can. This is your King Billy, who has spoken his word that right-wingers need to be more of a force in the comic book industry and to tell these progressives that we are not going to go away. Thank you.